Okay, so bracelets. We've got our 2 pieces of stock we made last time for braid, a 2-strand and a 3-strand. I'm going to show you how to coil those easily into round stock for making bracelets or a wine rack, anything where you'd need a circle. So I'm going to use this rusted up old piece of exhaust pipe, and this is around 2 1/4 inch outside diameter, and the steel's naturally springy. When it's twisted like that, it makes a nice base to start off of. Like, it springs out to about the size of a bracelet. You just have to tweak it a little bit, and you can just kind of open them up a little more to get the wine rack size, so it works really well. So what I'm going to do is take and clamp it to the exhaust tubing, like that, by the vice grips, and then just start to spin it around. And you're just going to make a coil. Hopefully you can see this. I keep lifting up away from the camera. But try to keep your coil tight as you do it. And that's going to keep it uniform. Just keep forcing it around like that, and then you can see as you let it go, it springs back a little bit and kind of opens up. Release it. And that's what you're left with. Looks like a little spring coil. Now, I'll do the 3-strand. Put that up a little so you can see. There's the 3-strand. Alright, so making round stock. Here's the fun part. If you're doing bracelets, you can kind of figure out the inside diameter you want, and that makes it easy. So then you can just measure and expand the coil as necessary. It bends out really easy and still stays fairly round. That's the beauty of the coil. Now, I know my hands are big, but I know for a fact that that's the right size for the girlfriend. So to get the bracelet sizing, you take your measurement, figure it out, try it on somebody's wrist, whatever you want to do, or fit it to your wine bottles. So, just so you can see, when you pinch it together, you've got your circle, obviously. Now, depending on how fancy you want to go, you could just cut these off, butt them up, put a bead of weld on them, done. I like to go a little step further. So what I'll do is, I'll take this piece, I'll decide where I want to cut in this braid where it's nice and uniform, and I'll use my cutters and I'll snip each wire individually. I won't cut them off at the same level, and you'll see why here in a second. So I'll go back a little bit further, maybe ½ an inch, and I'll snap that wire off. So you can see now it's stepped in the twist. Okay, so you pinch that up, and from here all the way around over to here is a circle. Now, I'm going to cut that wire in line with that, and the other strand in line with this back one. Didn't quite get it. Now, I kind of bent it out of shape because I'm a tool. I'll just take a pair of pliers and straighten the thing back out. Anyway, you can see what I'm going for here. This one mates up to that, and then after I spot welded that, I would bend this one down to there, the other wire, and spot weld it in place, and what that does is a continuous braid. You can finish those welds off with a little bit of grinding or a Dremel tool, and you wind up with what looks like seamless matched braid. No big ugly glob of weld, everything's lined up beautifully. You do the same thing on the 3-strand for that result. It's just a little more of a pain because of the 3 wires, and it's a little harder to line up because on the end the 3 wires aren't quite bent around the same yet. So you've got to go a little further back. Jeez. There we go, maybe that worked. There we are. So you'd be able to tack weld those each at a time and then line up the other ones, and you can finish that off in a nice continuous smooth loop. And if you're good enough, no one will even know that it's not one piece.